Well, originally it was 20 by 30 miles, but through marriage and dissolution of marriage and other reasons, it's been diluted to, we're about 60,000 acres now.
Wow.
So it's not an irregular. We probably go about 8 miles in one direction, 5 in the other, and cattle is the primary function of our income, and we do have some farm ground and we raise horses as well. As you just said, 6th generation, and the forefather that started it all was Henry Clay Hooker, and he ran a beef contracting business between California and Texas and everywhere in between, mainly for cavalry forts and for Indian reservations at the time, supplying beef to them. And the story goes that one time the cattle stampeded and they ended up right here, which is a cienega right here behind the headquarters. Not so wet any longer. Cienega is a marsh, more like. And anywhere in Arizona you can find a top groundwater on top of the surface of the ground, and it's a pretty good place you want to stay. So he was pretty excited about it and never left. It's kind of a skinny family tree, so it's kind of amazing that we're still standing here right now. Well, I was here for the first year of my life, and then I came back, I came back at 1 year old. I was here till about 5, and come and gone through the summers and things of that nature. But I've been here now for just under 20 years, coming up on 20 years actually, full time. But growing up, my parents split, and I just didn't know when I would be back here, but knew that I'd be back here at some point. My grandmother ran the ranch when she was alive, and I always came to visit her and work the spring brandings and the fall works and things of that nature. And so I just always knew I was passionate about it and wanted to make it my stamp on it, I suppose. We've always operated on a very conservative basis because we love the land and we want to make sure that it's healthy for not only the cattle, but to sustain our lives long term and for wildlife as well. We love all the birds and the creepy crawlies and the wild animals and the game animals. All of those make a very pleasant, complete life for me to be able to go out and see nature. When we are raising cattle, what we're trying to do is have a complete ecosystem. But the passion is truly the animals, both the wildlife and the dogs and the horses and everything that goes along with ranching. We don't operate with 4-wheelers or helicopters. It's all horseback.
Since we've been dating, I've become more of a cook here for the roundups, which is a lot of fun, a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. And I love feeding multiple cowboys. You know, sometimes it's 9, sometimes it's 12. Just never know. For instance, for breakfast, I have 3 meals a day. I have to make them like 300 and plus meals. So it's a lot of work, but I enjoy it. I love it. There's just nothing like it. Get out of that city hustle and bustle, and just come here and breathe that fresh air, and it's so beautiful. Everywhere you look, you're surrounded by beautiful mountains. So it's a nice scenery to even wash dishes. So it's great. I love it.